How's it going, guys? Welcome back here, episode number 4. Seat time with Chuy and Oscar. Today we got a great show. Talk about tracks. You know why it's so important to support your local tracks. And yeah, we're just ready to go here. We have Tim Weaver. We got Frank and Dave here from Spokane visiting us today. What's up, Oscar? How's it going today? You have a good weekend this weekend, or what's going on?
Yeah, this weekend was a good weekend. What did we do? Oh, I think we had an event at church. Had a few drinks.
An event at church and had a few drinks, huh? I want to go to that church.
Somehow I ended up behind the bar. My job was to go help set up. And next thing you know, a buddy of mine, like, what are you drinking? I said, I'm drinking this. Like, I want whatever you're drinking. So I give him one. And then another lady came over and said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm just making a little drink here. So can I have one? So next thing you know, I literally stayed there for half an hour making drinks, shaking them and pouring it. And then the bartender were getting a little annoyed. They're like, well, aren't you leaving? I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm out of your way. So I made a few more drinks and left. But
sounds like a pretty fun weekend.
I don't know how we started talking about that. But anyways, that's what I did this weekend.
No, it sounds great, man. You know, we still want to remind you guys, this show is sponsored by Futbolera out in Wenatchee, Washington. Anything soccer, spring's coming. Make sure to hit them out, give them a call. They got soccer shoes, they got indoor shoes, they got jerseys, they got all kinds of stuff. And they're also by Supermex, Apollo Market out in Pasco. Make sure to go get all your groceries there. They got some really good tequilas. I'm sure they have some of there at the church.
Yep.
Then they also got your good carne asada. A lot of our friends that go to our events, they try it and they love it. So they always stop by when they're rolling by Pasco and they get their carne asada to go. So and we want to invite you guys to our first event coming up here, March 21st, DTP ATV Wars. We're less than a month away. So get all those 4x4 vehicles, ATVs, UTVs, racers, Can-Ams, everything ready. Because it's going to be the first event to start the year. I'm sure the weather's going to be pretty good.
Don't we have a couple of sponsors that they're all about UTVs?
Yes. Yeah, we got TGM Motorsports there. They're helping us out since last year. We got Trio Performance that makes some pretty cool exhaust from there as well.
Yeah, a lot of custom work.
Yeah, a lot of custom work. STL Fab there, Harrison too as well. So, we're pretty excited. It's going to be a really good event. We got a lot of people coming from all over the place, even from Portland. Jefe out there brought his racer last time. Shout out to El Jefe. And then after that, we got March 28th, which is a car show at the Columbia Park in Kennewick, which is going to be a really big car show. Really excited for that. Everybody is. Flyers are done. Tonight we're going to throw the flyer for the ATV Wars, and tomorrow we throw the flyer for the car show, and also pre-registration starts tomorrow for the car show. So if you guys want to be there, you know how to do. Send us a picture, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of stuff coming up. Chuy just kind of summarized the 2 events that we have coming up. So make sure you put on your calendar. Send us a message if you have any questions. We got a few pages that we can answer to you guys. So first of all, like I said, welcome to everybody. I don't know if you noticed, but do you like my hat?
It's a pretty cool hat.
So this hat was sent from our friends at ETS. They hook us up with some gear. If you have any gear that you want to send us, and
we can wear it. Send it over. We can wear it on the show. We show it off. Give you a shout out.
Shout out to ETS for the hat. They hook us up. You got one too.
Yeah, I do get a hat.
And shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got all kinds.
We got a whole wardrobe.
Yep. So anyway, here's a little shout out to them. And so what else do we got going on?
So we got ATV Wars March 21st, the car show March 28th, and then we got West Coast Shootout in Woodburn, Oregon, April 4th. So for all you guys out there at Woodburn, big fast cars, so get ready for that. And then we also got Race Wars at Renegade Raceway, April 18 and 19, 2-day event. If we're really thankful with Derek out there at Renegade Raceway for giving us the opportunity to have Race Wars at a Yakima here, pretty much our local track. So we're super excited for that.
Yeah, if you're not on that race, I mean, I don't know what the heck you guys are doing. That's the race to go. That's the race that is more local in Eastern Washington. Good prep. Derek did a great job prepping the track last time we were there. It was a little rainy, but they came through the prep. They came with. They've been doing a lot of work on that track. So shout out to Derek out there and to the guys in Renegade. They treat us really well. To all the staff. We didn't know how we're gonna work out with the staff over there, because the first time you work with every track staff, it's always kind of dicey as far as trying to get to know people. Once you get to know them, I mean, they were great.
Really cool.
I mean, we were there. They were there until late.
Shout out to Bush out there, always looking out for those tacos.
Yeah, they were great stuff to work with. So we're very excited to be there. So make sure you mark your calendars. I've had all the events. That's the one I highly recommend. because on that event you find everything. You find anywhere from street cars to fully built cars, semi-pros. We're gonna have a car show.
Everything.
So yeah, and we're gonna have food. We're gonna have the event. So it's a whole event, and a lot of things that that it gets forgotten. But you gotta remember, we are a family show. We try to stay very neutral, so you guys can bring your families, not only your fellow racers, but your wife, the kids. It's a good family environment. So we try to keep it that way for a reason. We bring our families. I mean, my boy will be out there. My wife will be out in front charging. So be nice to the front lady in the front because she's my wife. So it's a family event, and it's a very fun event. So the one race person, Jackie, my last or Renegade, that's the one to look at for sure.
Yeah, first race of the year for us in this side, because we have West Coast Shootout, but it's definitely going to be a big one, So it's the closest we ever had race wars to Royal City ever since we did them there. So make sure to go out and support. It's going to be our first race. We're super excited. It's going to be a full house. And then we also, for those familiar with Martin Baca from the show Mexicanicos Discovery in Español, he's going to be coming Sunday, April 19th there too. So if you guys want to come meet him, come check it out. He's going to be one of our judges for the show.
With a car show, he's going to help us out over there.
Yeah. And with all this stuff, we want to bring in our first guest of the day. There was Team Weaver out of Spokane. A lot of you guys are really familiar with them because they're all over the place racing. So coming in.
If you don't know who they are, once you see them, they're like, oh, I see those people around. So, Angie, how you doing?
Hey, man.
Come on, have a seat. Have a seat.
Yeah, no cool.
Long off season.
Thank you. Hey, man.
What's going on?
Hey.
Long time no see you.
You're baloney.
It's been a while.
Race wars, right? No.
So how you guys doing? Are you guys ready for race season yet? Are you guys working on it?
We're working on Chile Nova. She had a little problem
Hold on. Who's Chile Nova?
Chile Nova is a 69 Nova. It's now it's a 496 big block Chevrolet. It's got a
big motor.
871 blower on it with 2850 double pumpers, and we're running that Thunderbolt fuel.
Thunderbolt fuel. I see you guys running around with those stickers.
We're not running around for nothing, yeah.
You guys been with Thunderbolt for a while, haven't you guys?
3 years now.
3 years, yeah. I remember you guys took some to Royals too.
Since I remember, you guys were the first ones around that, kind of introduced it to, at least to us. I didn't know what Thunderbolt was till you guys started using it. And now that you guys use it, I see a bunch more people using it too, all over the place.
Yeah, so it's amazing.
So what is Thunderbolt? For the people that don't know what Thunderbolt is, what is Thunderbolt?
It's ethanol, bioethanol. They make it out of recycled food waste, so it's not corn-based or whatever. And they make it in Cornelius, Oregon, real small company, Summit Natural Energy. And we haul it everywhere. Like, we delivered 2 barrels to Seattle already this year and a bunch of barrels over there, and we're going back for more. So.
All over the place.
All over the Pacific Northwest, where we race, yeah.
So you guys are Chile Nova. So you guys just racing Chile Nova this year, or you guys bringing out the Corvette as well, the Bronze Star? Or the Bronze Star just kind of staying right now, just looking back?
The Bronze Star is all in one piece for now. She's been like that. We've got like about 3,000 street miles on the 6th transmission. Which
whoa. So let's recap this. Brown Star, what is that? That's a Corvette, right?
That's the 2015 Corvette Z06.
Z06. And you said 6 transmissions?
We're on the 6th transmission.
Is that because of choice? Or is that because
he beats him up.
Leadfoot.
No. That's a racing. How many passes have been on that
901.
car? 901 passes in the quarter mile on that car. When 8 mile, I'm sure too, right?
Yeah.
But 901 passes.
And that's not counting 8th mile.
Or 3rd mile.
Oh, that was only quarter mile passes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we raced half-mile passes at McMinnville. And I clocked 162 and change with the 350-pound passenger.
He wasn't that big.
Oh, he was.
He exaggerates.
Is that the guy that couldn't
the guy gets bigger every time.
We took the top off the car.
We were there.
Yeah.
Took the top off the car so he could sit in it.
They see his head sticking out.
Hey, he was a big kid.
He was a big boy.
350 pounds.
Yeah.
The option was, hey, take off the helmet, I'll take the T-tops. So I told him to take off the helmet, but what do I know?
Wow.
So I think if we don't get Chile Nova financially, we might not get it all back together in time for the race war. So if not, we'll probably be racing he'll be racing the Bronze Star.
Yeah, bring her
But he
out
wants
again.
to come back for Mickey for West Coast Shootout. So
that was a good race. That was
close. He beat me by 36 thousandths of a second.
Look about close.
Yeah. Shout out
He
to
gave
Mickey
him a
out there
head
watching.
start. Yeah.
No, that was really. I remember when you guys first brought the bronzer to Race Wars. That's where we met you guys at Race
Yep.
Wars. Right?
It was a
That's
great
right.
thing.
Yeah.
And you guys brought it, man. I remember we still got there's pictures going around and everything when you guys showed up with bronzer. And I was like, wow, it's
Yeah, our
really
maps
I
told
love
us to
those
turn
pictures.
the wrong way down the highway, and you came and got us. And I had to back down this friggin' highway a quarter mile in the dark,
good. I remember that.
pushing the fifth wheel. Like,
That was like an awesome.
What
weekend.
year you guys go to Race Wars? What year was
15.
that? 2015?
Is that it?
So
Yeah.
you guys went for like, say, 3 years? When
Yep.
did we start making Race Wars in Royal City? Was it like 17, 18? I don't know. I lost count already. Seems
I
like
don't
so
know.
long ago.
Yeah.
But it
Must have
hasn't
been
been that long
18.
ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so imagine, and how do you hear about Race Wars? So what got you guys to Royal City? Because Royal City is like in the middle of nowhere for you guys that don't know Royal City.
It is in the
Not
middle
even
of
knew
nowhere.
nothing about Royal City till Race Wars came up, and then
I think what happened was we went to Mookie's event the year before that at Spokane. Well, we had heard about the Bremerton Woods and then that one, and then getting involved in all those groups. Everybody's like, we're going to Royal City after this. And we're like, where the hell's Royal City? and then so we got our car, and then you contacted us and started bantering back and forth or whatever. And then it's like, yeah, bring it out there. And we're like, okay, we'll go check it out. So we went and checked it out, and we had a lot of fun, and it was like different. Like
yeah, definitely.
the first time out there, like just like even just watching people just like fill up the place and how it was just like big party atmosphere. It was just really cool. So we got hooked.
It's always been
like
fun.
2,500 people. Just you don't even sell chairs. Just come in for $10, and 2,500 people show up. Like
And
it's incredible.
Yeah.
our car being
Those-
brand new, everybody was really supportive and
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to see what it ran. And
Those were the good old days.
You know, and people ask, hey, bring it back, bring it back. You can't really, unfortunately we can't no more. It's just, we gotta, move on to the tracks and all that, which is really good. Make it a safer place for everybody to
Yeah.
race. That was fun while, this 15-year life expand we did. But like I say, cars are getting faster. You need to understand that when cars are getting faster, I mean, it's a lot harder to, and then on a rough surface, it's just safer to go to the track and do it at the track in a safe place for everybody, for
Yeah.
spectators, racers. So, that's one of the big reasons as well. So everybody wanting to do it again. I mean, we would love to, but it's just,
So
it's a good memory. If you got to experience it, always remember because it was a really good
Both
memory.
of our cars are certified to NHRA 850 standards.
Ready to go.
So
yeah.
So yeah, safety's a big thing. But if you do happen to have a track that you want to let us borrow it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But anyways,
And like half a mile, we wouldn't
Yeah,
have, none of us
we'll
would be
jump on
opposed to
one.
that.
Just a one-time deal. But anyway, so what else? So you have two cars that you guys race, and then you guys
Yeah.
deliver fuel. What else do you guys do?
I raced the Fuzzmobile too. I actually do pretty well in
Which
that
one?
bracket racing. The cop car.
Oh,
Caprice.
forgot about that. Caprice.
Yeah.
There's quite a few of those around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need
I
a
think I might be able to
Caprice
supply
class.
for those too.
Because El Jefe always has like 5 or 6. You know?
Wait,
He
we
should
bring
rent
him
them
over
out.
and rent them out.
Yeah.
that'd be,
There we go.
So you go to some places, they rent
Jefe,
out cars.
there you go. If you have any extra cars bringing to Woodburn, we'll rent them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
West Coast Shootout, April 4th.
April 4th, yeah, we're
Yep.
pretty excited. If the weather holds, it's going to be a huge event.
Yeah.
That's always the main thing, the weather. Woodburn's the weather.
Woodburn is hard
At the beginning of the
But
year.
the thing is, they can be wet. Like, that's one of my favorite tracks for weather-wise because it can be wet and then the track's better
Yeah.
after they
If-
spray it than it was even before it
Yeah,
rained.
if
they can
the
get
track,
the track back in half an hour.
if
easy.
the weather, Woodburn's really good.
Yeah,
with that.
those guys have it down.
They
It
do.
rains,
You know,
and 30 minutes later it's dry. I don't know how they
And
do
whatever
it,
they're made out of, it gets stickier after. Like,
yeah, they on point with
So
with their prep.
we had some
They do
few
that.
events that got rained out, and unfortunately we didn't finish them, and we're just moving over. And the last event we had, we finally finished that event, which was really good. It was nice to see, people getting their trophies and their payouts and everything. And we're hoping this year the weather will hold and we have a complete event. Because, like I said, if the weather holds, it's gonna be a huge event because it's one of the beginning of the year. And then right there you get to see everything. I mean, everything.
yep.
Super fast imports and super fast domestics. Last year we had the Corvette went at 6:30 or something on the quarter mile. That was crazy fast.
Which
What's
one?
it? What's his name? Hill.
And I know
Yeah.
which Corvette you're talking about.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Gil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hill.
Hildebrand.
That was crazy fast. 6:30 something. That's
Yeah.
flying.
I know what you're talking about.
So we're pretty excited for West Coast Shootout. It's coming up and stuff. And I know you guys also, besides the racing part and everything, you guys also volunteer out there or help out or are part of this group at Spokane County Raceway, right?
Yep.
And we've
PR
been
team.
evolved over the last 3 years of being the public relations group out at Spokane County Racetrack.
So you guys are just really active all over the place. You guys race, you guys are over the tracks. You know,
And we deliver fuel to everywhere.
it's just all over the place. So,
Even the ATV guys, you guys, one of your group told them, oh yeah, well they can get E85. So we delivered to Garza, and at the winter, they were going out ATVing somewhere in the sand somewhere. We had a couple barrels of fuel. Well, we had one of ours in there and one of theirs, and he's like, I'll take what all you got, you know. So it's like, yeah, so it goes all the way around.
Yeah, and the need is gonna keep going up and up as the summer gets better. People start tuning, so they need a lot for tuning right now. But once the weather breaks and people get out to the tracks, and the need is gonna be a lot bigger. So
and it looks like it's getting better out there. I mean, you know, last year, I don't want to get excited yet because still, you know, it's still early in the year for, you know, we might get some snow still. Everyone says, no, no more snow, we're good. I'm like, you never know.
Yeah.
it's not gonna
crazy.
snow.
So it's like middle of March, I'll be like, okay, maybe we're good to go. You know, it's nice weather time and stuff.
So Angie and you guys been along for a long time. So we talk about a little race horse. So the first race horse that we have, it's in Yak and Renegade, right?
Yep.
So are you guys planning to be there?
Yep.
What do you guys plan?
Well, hopefully, maybe by then we'll have Chili Nova done, but if not, we'll bring the Corvette.
What about the Cup Cart?
Well, if we're having a Caprice class, we're gonna.
All right.
And I want to give a shout out on that to Jose.
She'll be there, right?
Because Jose of Valencia Motorsports did the cam on that, and then Breyer tuned it, and he's gonna work out. So
We've been having a 4-door class, a race horse, so you know, which is 4-door street car. That'll be perfect.
Fit
for
right in.
But those Cadillacs, they have blowers. If it's not heads up, that's the problem.
Small details.
I know. I think
These
if we
are
just
fast.
did Caprices in a.
If we have enough, we're always open to do a class. You know, if you guys have a suggestion, make sure to send us a message. We're always open to new ideas and make new classes.
Whatever
But
class
the point here is that we have enough to complete a class. You know, like out at Woodburn, the one at a truck class, we tried it a few times.
Yeah.
It kind of worked, it didn't work, so we ended up not having it.
And just an FYI, when you guys suggest stuff and you said, hey, you guys don't listen, you guys don't do what we ask, it's not that. But at the same time, we got to try to make it fun, because if you put a class together and 2 people showed up, it's not fun for everybody. So that's we always trying out. We're always looking for new things. So exactly what you said. Hey, send me a message. Whatever you think will be fun, we'll do it.
For the car show, you know, they suggested a lot of people have really cool sound systems for the car show in March. You know, hey, well, we added a trophy for best sound system display, which is how nice setup you have with your system in there, and also one for the loudest. So you're gonna have
we're definitely involving and moving on. And the best way to cater to the public is to do what they want, right? So we're always trying new things. So if you guys have suggestions, don't be shy. Send them over.
Yeah, send us a message.
Yeah. Not all of them are good. Some of them. But guess what? That's where we pick and choose. So send them over anyways.
Yeah. So I think with all this stuff too, we got a couple more guests. We're gonna bring him in.
So racehorse. Let me finish that. What day is
my
that?
bad. I'm getting jumping the
Yeah,
gun.
you're way too fast. So slow down.
Red
with those
light.
things. So
No more
racehorse. What day is
coronas,
racehorse?
Racehorse, so we got Racehorse April 18 and 19 at Renegade Raceway.
What time do we open doors?
Doors open at 8 in the morning.
Can we camp?
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yes, we were able to last year.
Yeah.
Or we should be able to again.
So,
But camping,
more details.
we're going to be putting details there later to what time you're going to be able to show up and camp.
So on that one, on Renegade, it's just like any other track. We'll do tech. So they work with us. If you have questions, let us know. I mean, if you're having a street car, basic stuff that you need, helmet, that kind of stuff. If you obviously have one with a roll cage and things like that, you guys already know the rules and regulations for that. But it's a real chill event, real relaxed, fun event. It's just what it is. But we do have trophies. We do have classes. So hit us up. Chuy is the expert on classes. I'm just the backup. I'm just the guy that looks good out there.
And another thing, safety-wise, make sure you check your belts, your helmets, make sure they're not expired, or because one of our friends went to race out of state the other day, and I see he posted his hippos were expired. So it sucks because you make the drive, you spend all the money and the time, and I mean you cannot really blame the track officials because I mean it's their job to keep you safe.
Same thing happened to me at Portland.
And it happens. It happens.
And it's your job to
It's happened to our friend Jesus. Shout out to Jesus out there. One time we went to a race and silvers were only barely expired like a day or two.
Yeah,
9 days on
this
his.
was 9 days out of
And it
sort.
happens, you get so busy doing everything with the car, getting it ready for the race, but
Yeah.
sometimes you forget to check those small details. So, but we learn from that one. You're like, hey, seatbelt. Every time we go out, like a reminder, helmet good, seatbelt's good. You know, everything's good to go.
We're in
So-
HRA techs now, so we don't have an excuse.
Yeah. So you have to really check everything.
So again, it's gonna be in Renegade. It's a full 2-day event there. First on Saturday we have a lot of street cars, right?
Yeah.
And then on Sunday are we doing the cash prize this year or not?
Yeah, we're doing cash bash, and we also have the track open for everybody that wants to race. It's just not the cash bash, you know. We do the cash bash competition, but we also have it open if you want to go test and tune, go race for fun. Like Saturday, we open the same way. And then we got a car show on Sunday as well.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean Saturday, you know, is like the day everybody just goes and race everybody.
What food are we having?
Food, I'm sure Renegade there is gonna have some burgers,
Yep, and hot dogs and stuff.
all that, and I'm pretty sure I'm not sure yet, but I'm sure some tacos over there for sure. You know, there's
Yep.
always tacos around.
So that's for Renegade and for DTP Race Wars. So you guys will be joining us there. You guys will see what's the action going on. So hopefully people out there watching us can join us too. Our next event on the racing department, we go to Woodburn.
Yeah, Woodburn's our first racing event.
Actually, it's our first race. So when is that?
April 4th.
April 4th.
The Woodburn Drag
So
Strip.
that-
Pre-registration's open now. So you as a racer or a car show, you can buy your ticket. You save $10 if you pre-register. $10. You know, $10 you buy a burger, a beer,
yeah.
something.
These days, $10.
Yeah, it's $10. I mean, so if you pre-register, we're gonna be posting the link here as well on the phone. You save $10 if you're gonna join the car show, or $10 if you're gonna join the race. And there's also payouts for the classes. And I see other races, we do a little different here. Other races, you have to put in your payout. Like, it's a buy-in. So pretty much you gotta pay your entry fee plus another $250 to get a payout. Right here, you just pay your entry, which is $50 pre-register. And if you win, you get a payout. That's it. Only $50. That's all you have to
Yeah,
pay.
and there's rules obviously, right? Full classes, partial classes.
Yes.
So just make sure you read the rules. Hit up Chuy if you have any questions. But Woodburn, a lot of people like Woodburn. Why do you guys like Woodburn? I mean, what's one of the things that makes you say Woodburn is a track to go fast? Why?
It's a full quarter-mile concrete track. It's probably the only one on the West Coast or Northwest.
Why is that important? Being all concrete.
It's concrete's a better traction surface than any asphalt you can find,
Okay.
and the elevation is like 700 feet. So the DA generally is 700 feet or lower. So you're going to have a better track time. You're going to have a better 60-foot time. You're going to have a better mile per hour than anywhere else.
So
Why I like it. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Why I like it is you get all the different cars. Like I love the cars over here and stuff, and you see, you know, but when you go to the West Coast shootouts over there, like we've seen the Pro Mod type
Everything,
ones, you
yeah.
know, the 10.5 ones. Seeing the GTR set records there, like that's always been my thing about the
Yeah.
West Coast shootout over there is like
People always go fast there.
And we race, but I spend most of my time at the line there. I don't go back to the pits. I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead and charge the battery, do whatever you're doing, because I'm up there filming or being live or whatever.
There's a lot of
But
cars
because
that
if you
go
go
fast.
back, you might miss something, and
Yeah.
because you never know when those 6-second cars are gonna come up to
Yeah,
line
and
or
then you got,
whatever.
you know, like cars in the past, the Speed Factory, when they usually go really fast all the time.
Yep.
ETS, when they go take their cars, they go really fast.
Yep.
English Racing, Miles, all those guys know with the Evo, they always go really fast.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
and just to add to that, we have ETS. I mean, they brought there when they were getting ready for World Cup finals and stuff like that. They were testing in Woodburn, and one of the main reasons they were testing in Woodburn is because what you said. I mean, all the concrete, the elevation. So all in all, it's a great track to go fast. So
Like last year, at the beginning of the year, you know, Giddy was going to bring his car there to the West Coast Shootout. That was
Yeah.
going to be awesome.
I
But
know.
Unfortunately, we got rained out, so the
I
event got
know.
canceled.
couldn't do it.
We were so excited to see that car there, you know?
Yeah, they want
Yeah.
to go fast, and they know where to go fast. I mean, if they're looking for all the right condition, Woodburn it's a place to be. So.
And then especially at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year, you know, so always the air's just
The air's
so good.
there, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great.
So for anybody
Yeah.
that's making to look a trip that is not from the Woodburn area, I mean, for me, it's a trip. I mean, leaving my house here in Moses Lake, it's about well, you guys are used to it. I'm not. I got things to do. You guys are free. So, hey, just an FYI, there have been times where they haven't been to, I mean, you haven't been to your house in weeks,
Months,
right?
sometimes.
Months. I can't afford that. I got to come back and put some real work and pay bills and stuff. But But anyways, if you're looking to make a trip, if you're not for the Woodburn area, from the west coast, from the coast, that's one of those that you probably look forward to do it. So just kind of putting a little idea out there. If you guys want to make a trip, if you guys want to make it where, hey, I want to see what my car can do. All the Wenatchee people, the Spokane people, all these people in this area, that's a perfect trip, right? Because Woodburn pays. I mean, Yakima Renegade is close, so we can definitely have fun on that. But if you want to go fast, then definitely Woodburn will be one that you want to plan out, because it is quite a ways out there, but it's worth it.
Yeah, and we are working too as well. Maybe we've seen some cars from California, maybe some fast imports were coming from California. We're working on it. It's not a for sure thing, but been talking to some people, and we might see some of those cars out here for West Coast Shootout. So well, hopefully, we get there, and then some people from here get to see some of those cars you see over there in battling in Bakersfield or somewhere out there. So we're pretty excited. It's been a long winter. Always winter just takes so long. I wanted this to get started, and this was one of the reasons we started these shows. To talk about things that are coming up, and have something car related to do on the winter.
Right.
Because it was just way too boring.
Yeah.
So
that summarizes our beginning of the year as far as racing goes, right?
Yeah.
We got shows, we got other events, but as far as the racing community goes, those are the two big ones. The one in Woodburn, and then after that Renegade. I'm sure you guys will be with both of them there. So we have two more guests, right?
Yes, sir. So we want to introduce another two guests that we have here, which this show is going to be about as well. We got Dave and Frank out here coming all the way from Spokane.
Come on in, guys.
This time I got to ride. This time I got to jump the gun.
Let's get cozy. How we doing?
Good.
Sit down, guys.
On my other half of my brain here.
Yeah.
How we doing, Frank?
Good to see you, man. Thanks for having us down.
Yeah, not a problem. Here's beautiful Moses Lake.
It's beautiful.
If you guys look on the background, you guys can't see the water. There's a house in there, but that's the water back there. But anyway, so when we were Chuy and I were looking at different topics and things like that, right? We've been in Spokane before. So Chuy and I said, hey, let's talk about tracks, let's talk about safety and things like that. But one of them that came up that is very recent and very close to us, it's Spokane. Spokane is not secret. It's been up and down, and it's been through closed, it's been open, it's been reopened, and it's for sale. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on, right? So I will go, Chuy, you know what's going on with it? No, what do you know? Well, this is what I saw. This is what I got.
This is what I heard.
Yeah.
And
so a lot of
rumors here, rumors there. And there's a lot of people out there, even my brother-in-law Junior, shout out to him out there watching the show as well. He's like, we got some racers here in Moses Lake that, they want to go race, but they're like, well, I don't know what's going on with the track. And he told them about these shows, like, hey, let me know when the show is. I want to hear what's going on, because I haven't seen anything, or some people don't really go on social media that much or whatever. So that's one of the reasons, too, that we wanted to do this.
So when we started looking at it, what was known about Angie and Randy, but then when we saw that they put a PR team, which is you four, I said, well, let's give them a jingle. Let's see if they want to come over and pick their brain about what's going on with Spokane. So at this point, we're going to let you guys talk a little bit about it and kind of do your whole spiel about what you guys are doing, what are you looking for, what's going on. And then Chuy, he's the mean guy. He'll start asking some weird questions. He'll start picking your brain. He'll start asking what the people want to know, right?
Yeah.
So
cool. That's what we're here for.
And like I said, we're open to everybody, and hopefully we're just trying to clear the air for everybody since you guys are here. Okay, so
you want to go, Dave?
Yeah, well, it's no big secret, that Spokane's been up and down, throughout the years and stuff, and we've all been working really hard to try to make the track work. There's certain areas that need improvement and stuff, and the thing is it's a world-class facility in our opinion, and it would be a shame to see it go away. Yeah. So that's why we've dedicated so much of our time and our effort. We're all volunteers here. We don't get paid to do what we do. We put 100%. Yeah, we actually paid. Yeah. If my wife is watching this, I'm sorry. But it's because it's our passion. It's what we want to do with our lives. And Spokane has a very near and dear place to all of our hearts. The first time I was there was in 1974 when they opened. And it's changed my life for the better. Yeah. And I remember the glory days of Spokane Raceway Park. I remember the huge crowds there for the World Finals, and it blew me away. And, the thing is, even though times have changed, that is not unobtainable, and, we all need to work hard. We all need everybody's support to help, keep Spokane alive, and we all got to do our part. It's if it's not one thing, it's another, and now we all started out doing PR group, the public relations for the racetrack, and that's kind of morphed into operations. We run the staging lanes, we run the tower, we run just about we've worked every position out there, which has been a really good experience because it gives us an inside look, other than, because we're all drag racers too, yes. And so we all come from that point of view to where, you take a racer's perspective and then you see the other side of things. It's not all just, as a racer, this is how you should do it, and we kind of learn from operations standpoint, why we do things a certain way, and this year, luckily we've, luckily Craig Smith has stepped up to save the track for the 2020 season, and we gotta give Craig a big shout out for that.
Yeah, because there was a time that they said we're gonna close it, and everybody's like, oh, we're not gonna have a track no more. And now that there's another chance that the track's gonna be open, everybody should go out there and support it.
Absolutely,
it's your time to go and race.
Yeah,
go support your track. Go always support your local track.
Absolutely, and Craig's on a 1-year lease at this time. So I mean, it's year to year. So if we don't have the support of the racers and we don't have the support of the sponsors, and we're 4 months behind on getting sponsors together to get the track up and running. We're scrambling right now. I mean, I live in Clarkston, Washington. It's a 100-mile drive for me just to come to Spokane to do any work. Last weekend we were up here setting up computers. This weekend we were looking at grandstands.
Just getting everything ready. I'm sure it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a huge facility, so it's not just everything. It's a lot of work to do.
But I hope that people understand that our dedication to the racers and to the racetrack is we're not in this monetarily, obviously. We're trying to do this to try to keep the track alive and keep the racers happy, and we're all very approachable. I know that a lot of people get intimidated, by talking to Craig or whatever, or anybody might have a personal problem with whoever, but any one of us is very approachable. You can send us all a message on Facebook or a private message or whatever. We'll take the time to talk to you. And if anybody's got issues, let's work them out. Let's not just get angry and start track bashing, because track bashing is what kills racetracks.
And there's people sometimes that don't even go to the track that do all that stuff.
Yeah, a lot
unfortunately, like I say, I know a lot of racers in Spokane. Every time we go to Spokane, we get pretty good support. We got a bunch of local racers from there.
We love you guys in Spokane.
And we love going over there. The facility's a great facility. We have fun.
I always said this, and I always told you, by far, the way the setup Spokane has is my favorite. The way that the people can watch the races, it's perfect, right? Mm-hmm. They have a big section for food. They have a lot of bathrooms. Parking is, when we go to smaller tracks, especially our home track, which used to be Raceway, we always struggle for space, right? But on these facilities, it's always that. So for us, it's very sad to see it struggle the way it is. Yeah. So I'm glad that you guys are doing what you guys are doing to bring it back.
I'm really happy that too. And that's why we wanted to have this show, to let people know the track's gonna be open. So it's your time to step up, go support the tracks, go to the events.
And we'd love to have you out there. If you haven't been out there, he's right. There's no place around that's better for spectators. You get right on the track. You get to see your friends right there. And we're all racers. And we grew up going out there. I was a street racer, sort of. And went out there when I was a kid,
So,
but that's why I went there, just to get out of the streets. And we know what it's like. I got low budget rigs, man. So bring your cars out.
Fords on top of that.
Yes, well, I have some GMs too.
So true story, and I know we mentioned this in the past before, but I was always the most responsible one, not as bad as he was. But we've known each other for a long time. We were 12 years old when we started hanging out. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to check him off. But besides the point, when we were in high school, I think it was right after high school, right?
Yeah.
We used to do a lot of street racing. I used to do mostly watching and flagging. I didn't want to get in trouble. But anyway, so I remember this when we went to Spokane a few times. And I used to drive a beautiful, gorgeous Mitsubishi Eclipse with a big wing, 18-inch wheels. It was gorgeous.
That wing make it fast?
Oh, I don't think so. It was more like a parachute. It looked good.
A neon video in Spokane, that's how we went.
Oh, I was so mad. So we went out there. What were you driving at the time? The Integra?
Yeah.
He always drove a piece of shit Integra full bundle. But that thing was fast. He was fast. I mean, I never was able to beat him. Then he had another GSR. And anyways, subject. But
So
anyway,
we went to Spokane,
and it was about 5-6 of us.
Yeah.
Right?
I would tell my parents, where are you going? Like, oh, we're going over here to the park in Rose City. It's like, we're going to go to the park, hang out.
So
we'll leave all the way to Spokane.
we went out there, right? And that was when they had street night racing.
Friday
or something.
nights, yeah, we used to go.
So we went out there, we hang out. I just bought new tires. I was 18 years old. I didn't know any better. So I got on the lines, and this guy with a neon, right? Sorry, guys, I don't like this. And I told them, I said, I'm going to smash him. I got new tires. I got tons of traction. Oh, I revved it so hard, you start spinning out. These damn neon took on me and beat me up by like 2 cars. I was so sore after that. And then our fastest car, what do you got? He was our fastest car, right?
But
so
we didn't get paired up. I ended up getting paired up with like a little Nissan truck. Like
a 1980 Nissan pickup, 2-wheel drive, 4-cylinder.
I did beat it, by the way, but I wanted some more competition, you know. I was going to race some other guy, and then ended up getting paired up with that guy. I was like, oh, man. But, you know, there was a lot of people. I mean, if I remember correct.
We didn't get that many runs.
I think we got like 2 runs a whole
which
night.
we were fine with
it was cool,
but
there was so many people.
It was about the experience, right?
Yeah.
And hanging out with the buddies because we got like 6 cars.
And it was like 2 in the morning, and there was still a lot of people racing.
Yeah.
I remember it was like 2 in the morning because we'll get home till like 4 or 5 in the morning because we had to still drive back home.
Right.
Where were you? Oh, the park, you know. Hanging out.
Yeah, but I remember we were driving and I'm trying to merge into the freeway, and my buddy won't let me merge. So I'm dropping gears like a Fast and the Furious, right? Trying to get in, finally get in, and we're going. And I looked at, talking about street racing, I looked down on my dash, and it's well over 100. Mitsubishis go that fast. So it's over 100. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So finally catch up on the rest area, and I asked him like, how fast are you? I couldn't catch up. How fast are you guys on? One of my buddies like, oh, I'm getting tired. I'm like, and every time I get tired, I'll just punch it. I'm like, I don't think that's the best idea.
Yeah, that's not the best advice.
He said, oh man, I get sleepy and I punch it. I'm like, okay. After that, I didn't try to keep up. They left me. I mean, I'm serious. They were doing 3D chits.
I was way off my curfew.
Oh, you guys were just... Yeah, my car was the slowest for some damn reason. But it wasn't better looking at all.
But yeah, just, you know, the point, like, we used to go to the Friday nights way back then, and it used to be, man, crazy packed. But then again, I think that was when the economy was really good, then, you know, it crashed, and then it kind of slowed down. But right now, it seems like the economy is doing great. You know, a lot of people are buying cars.
Yeah. Car-wise,
building cars.
They're spending money.
I mean, it's
picking
crazy.
up. Yeah, the last 3 years, I mean, you can see, I don't know if it's doubled on our weekends, but we got a lot more cars now. And we're really trying to make our Saturdays just like those old days. Yeah. Come out, hang out. I mean, race if you want to. We'll line you up with your buddies. We're going to have lanes set up on Saturdays, especially in the evening, so you don't have to sit around and wait, you know, for the bracket racers to go. Because, you know, we got to keep them in their categories. But we're going to have street cars out there all the time. But if you show up,
heads
you know,
up.
Yeah, it's all heads up. Street cars, heads up. Grudge racing, we'll pair you with your buddy. You know, pull up with your buddy if you can, but we'll get you paired.
Tell us, point to us.
Just let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we want to do. That's what we did. Yeah. That's what we still love to do. If you're there to race and have fun, not to, you know, there are rules, but we're pretty flexible.
If you want to run a pro tree versus a sportsman tree, just let us know. We can set it up to where both sides run a pro tree, or we can split the tree and run a pro tree on one side and a sportsman tree on the other side. Just let us know what you want.
It's always going to be different.
I don't like pro tree.
And you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna get a lot of runs on Saturdays in the evenings. You know, because we start running classes and they got to wait to get back and cool off and stuff. And that's when you. Yeah. I mean, there's been people out there make at least 15 runs.
I made 10
night.
in the Corvette
at night.
Like,
another thing you need to keep in mind too is that, you know, with the bracket racing, with every round, half of the cars are eliminated. Right. So that's more time available for the street racers to come in.
And those guys never get eliminated. You can keep coming back.
Yeah, just keep coming back. And we'll run as long as the staging lanes are full. We'll keep going. You know?
Yeah, and if you want to try and run a class, if you want to try bracket racing, trophy class, or anything. If you get eliminated, you can jump into street, no extra charge. Just get in and run all night in street, just like you were going to do anyway.
That's a great option for anybody that's looking to tune their bracket car or anything
or
like that.
Or try it out.
Yeah, or
some people don't understand it.
Do you have ventures and not do bracket?
Like heads up.
Yeah, there's tons of heads up.
Yeah.
No, true story. We're in Woodburn, and we only do we do have a bracket class.
We got a bracket slick class and a bracket street tire class.
But we're known for head top. That's what we're known for.
Right.
And then so we're Woodward and we're racing, and this bracket racer is sitting there, and he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? I said, I got a class tomorrow. He said, but I want to race. I said, yeah, we have a bracket class. I said, I don't want to do bracket. I want to do heads up. He's like, it's been so long having that heads up, but I'm a little concerned about it. Like, you just turn it up, do what you can.
Yeah.
And he ended up doing it, and he said, hey, I forgot how fun it was.
Oh,
Get that blue
yeah, it
shell.
really
I
is.
can't remember what it was, but it wasn't Woodburn. And we just thought it was the
That-
funniest thing
that's the
because
same for
he
us.
was so excited to do bracket,
Yeah.
and then when he started doing heads up, he's like,
Yeah.
I want to do it. I'm like, go for it. And he ended up doing it. He did his bracket race the next day, but he even told us before.
Something
we
It's fun to do something different.
Yeah, he said,
Yeah.
I haven't done heads up in a long time. And
I
then-
love heads up. I
That's
mean,
he said,
that's
I don't
like
know why.
street
I said,
racing.
I went with, and he still does bracket right now.
Yeah.
But he just said, I just haven't done it in a long time. I don't know
Right.
why. And it was just a funny thing that he was so excited about it.
Yeah.
Even
And-
the indexes, like the 9-second class, like, okay, Mickey's a good half a second faster than Chili Nova, but Randy's really good on the tree.
Yeah, so
So it's like
Yeah.
it all measures out toward the end. They're door to door.
Yeah. That's
and
what
it's different. It's
yeah.
not like you're gonna wait for them and
Right.
watch them go ahead of you, and you have to chase them down.
Right.
That's one of the really nice things about Spokane is that, I mean, if a bracket racer wants to try heads up, jump in line. As soon as you're eliminated from competition, because we can't have bracket racers making extra passes in
Yeah.
street class in the
Right.
middle of competition because that's unfair to
But
the
once
other
they get
people.
eliminated,
Right.
But once they get eliminated, man, get in line. Let's run some grudge
Good
matches.
racing.
Yeah, I mean, let it all hang out. Do what you got to do to make things have fun.
Yeah, I love heads up. I mean, that's where we started. That's the funnest way to really race. The reason guys like us race bracket, especially me, because I'm on a budget, I can't.
And you
There's
drive
always, and I drive Fords, which I don't know. Come on out and find out. I'll run you heads up with
everywhere
my
I
Ford
see on social media, why does everybody bash on Ford?
because they're assholes.
That's the way
Straight
it
into the
is.
dock and down race, man.
Let me ask this: what do you run in the quarter mile?
Which car? I don't know. My best.
The one you raced the Dock and Dominator
Oh,
race.
yeah,
Here we
Dock
go.
and Dom-
That's
Race,
I think
man.
its best out at Spokane was get ready, kids. $14.99.
Well, that explains why we do bracket racing.
Yeah,
around here.
that's right there. Because
The cop
because I
cars
can't get
quicker.
matched up with a guy like that usually. There's
and-
lots of cars slower
and then
than
you get
me,
a chance to win.
and lots of cars faster than me.
Yeah.
But this way, I can run any of you guys and
Yeah.
maybe beat you.
Yeah.
Come and find out.
Yeah.
Try brackets. I'll try. You know what? You come out and run bracket with me, just even for a time trial, and I'll run heads up with you.
There you
That's fair.
Okay?
Yeah.
I love heads up.
go. Calling out Mickey up there.
Yeah. That's gonna be a race.
Frank has ran in the Friday night. Remember you?
Oh, yeah.
the fast
Yeah. Oh,
against
shit, I
Mickey
was on
and
the
Mark,
list.
Mark Nersada and all those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a list.
I was
and
on the
Frank,
list. I was
'cause
like 6.
people always said they won the
That
list.
was
so
a
we got
Buick,
list.
though. I had to use a Buick
Oh, yeah.
to get on
That's
the list.
why it was on the fast
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Ford didn't make it.
Yeah, the Ford
Sorry.
didn't.
All right,
it's
so
okay.
let me ask you guys, what are you guys doing? Because we talk about Spokane, kind of what are you expecting out of the racing and seeing and stuff in Spokane? So as a PR group, what's your job? So you say you do a lot of race things nowadays,
Yeah.
but people can talk to you guys if you have questions.
Yeah,
like they-
absolutely.
We want them to.
You know,
Suggestions.
The thing is a lot of people are intimidated to talk to management at the racetrack, or they think they're going to get a lot of a stone wall or anything like that.
Talked down to,
We're racers, we're very approachable. This year we're really running operations at the racetrack. So if people have questions or whatever, let's work it out. Let's make things work for everybody.
Yeah.
And we're definitely not against listening to anything. Just like you said earlier, not every idea is a good idea. We can't always use everybody's idea, but we'll always listen.
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll definitely try to.
You gotta keep an open mind and
Absolutely.
say yes.
And that's
Yeah,
how
we're here to work with the racers. We're here to work with management. We want to save the track however we
Keep
can.
the track open.
Even not
Right.
about just racing. We
just-
want to know what people want to do to have fun on a Saturday
Yeah,
night.
that's-
and that's-
because we might not touch every crowd,
Right,
you know,
that's-
but like the racehorse type.
Imagine what would you do if you don't have Spokane open? I mean, where are all the racers gonna go?
What's
Right?
the
What's
next
the
track?
closest track if that were to be open?
Spokane
We're
is not there.
gonna
Yakima or Walla
Yakima
Walla.
or
Yeah,
Walla
so you gotta drive all the way over here.
No,
So
a lot of people have jobs. I'm gonna move.
Yeah.
But so that's one of the things, that's what I'm saying. You don't understand how important it is to support your track. Because if you like racing, if the track goes away, I mean, you're not just gonna be able to just go from your house, drive a few miles, go to your track,
Yeah.
and now you're gonna drive hundreds of miles. You're gonna be like, I don't want to drive all the way up there. You know what I mean?
If there's any kind of a motif or saying that I would like to see personify for Spokane for 2020 is let's have fun and let's support the track.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
So talking about the truck, what's the schedule like? I don't. I think I saw the calendar, but I don't remember.
Oh
what.
God, I don't have the schedule
I
on.
know
Angie
it.
might.
I don't have the schedule out, but the 25th of April, we have a orientation and test and tune and chassis certification. And I just want to spend a minute talking about the junior street class we have on there, because that's not something that you can do out on the street with your kids, but it's for 13 to 16-year-olds. They drive their parents' car.
That's
You're
pretty
probably
cool.
getting pretty close to
It's
that.
very
one.
cool.
He's 15 right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my brother too. My little brother, I think, is like 14 or 15.
Yeah. So
it's like-
so they
it's
come
like-
and they
but
ride
he's ready,
with
he's
a
ready to race.
licensed
We
adult
can.
in a street car under 9 seconds in the 8th mile. Then when they get to the end of the track, they get their time slip and they switch because kids might not be able to make the best decisions in the pits if if somebody
Yeah.
runs out in front of them or whatever. So then they go back and go to the staging lanes. And, we had some of them last year went to the team finals with us, and one girl got more points than a lot of the guys
Oh, man.
racing
Did
pro
she-
classes. She just
I can't
went
remember.
round.
Did she make the final or the semi?
I can't recall.
First
but she
year
went-
ever racing. This girl was, and man, she loved it. All those kids loved it. We
and
love
it's a
having
cheap
them out
way
there.
to get your kids involved because we
That
all
is-
got a street car
That
out
is
there.
really
that,
cool, It's
That's
good that
super
they're
fun.
opening those
Yep.
programs so kids can start racing and
Yeah,
into
get oriented
that.
with the
Like,
car,
I'm
and it's
sure-
not like junior dragster where
I
they
don't know if your son's gonna be into racing. You think he's gonna be into racing just like us, or what do you think?
Unfortunately, I think he is.
I've seen him
And
on
so-
the
so
four wheeler
is my-
out there at Race Wars.
So is my little brother as well. He
So
grew
that's
up
cool.
with the race wars, and now he's gonna about
Yep.
get his
Well,
license and stuff. So
well,
now he's looking for a car.
That's
It's
just
like,
crazy.
Right. Well, and the thing is not every family can afford a junior dragster. Junior dragster is awesome. I mean, it's a great way for kids to come up in drag racing, but not everybody can afford that. I mean, I know some junior dragsters that have as much into their racing operation as I do into mine, and I have a 66 Chevelle Pro Class car. And, not every kid can afford that. So this is something that, literally anybody could get into, and that's what's being pushed by NHRA. I think it's a great program to get people started, So it's
And the
it's
licensing,
interesting.
when you go online, it sounds complicated because
It's
it's just
not.
like the 9-second licensing for cars. They want to see that you can control your car, so that there's a setup way that you got to go through it. But it's really just a matter of going out on that orientation day or any day. We'll do it any day, but
Yeah.
and making enough passes so that the track officials
Yeah, it's-
can see that you can handle
Yeah.
your car.
Don't get scared by what the NHRA
Yeah.
says. It's just make sure the kid can drive and not crash.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's only 8th mile racing, kids. So
Yeah.
after you get to the 8th mile, you got to let off.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
but
they have
9
to
seconds
tell
in the
me.
8th mile is still pretty
It's quick.
impressive.
That's
as
right.
a
It's
kid.
Faster than my Fords.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna take a quick second again to say thank you to our sponsors for this show, Futbolera out of Wenatchee. They sell anything soccer. I don't know if you guys play any soccer, but if you guys need some jerseys, shoes, soccer balls, gloves, anything soccer related, Oscar's been there. He's got everything out there. Give a call to Francisco.
It's fully loaded.
Fully loaded of stuff. We need to go get a couple of jerseys there for the soccer season ourselves. And then also Supermax, he's always been a big supporter of everything we always do, so he's supporting this show as well. You can go there, you have super good prices on produce, fresh produce.
Those carne
meats,
asada fries.
The carne asada fries.
Oh.
The food. Everything's just
They're
really
like the
good
best.
there. So you guys gotta
Ice
go.
cream.
The ice
Oh
cream.
yeah, he ate a whole hot.
on Sunday.
No, it was a banana
split.
split.
Banana
It was like
Yeah, banana split.
I remember that. Yeah, it was.
like huge.
So huge things out to them. And now you say the 25th is gonna be the first race. That's on a Saturday, right?
It's a test and tune and
They're all
Yeah.
on Saturday.
junior
So
orientation.
that's Saturday. So then
Yeah, and
Sunday,
chassis certification.
one of our sponsors, 509 Dyno guys,
Yeah.
are gonna be having a Dyno day. So we went and invite you guys to that. They're one of our sponsors this year as
Yeah.
well.
Cool.
I want to thank you guys out there for
Yeah,
supporting
we know
our
those
show.
guys.
Yeah, Steven's a
So,
good guy.
so the plan for me, like that weekend's open for me. I don't got nothing going on, so I'm gonna go. The plan is to go Saturday night, just stay there at the hotel, the casino, go to the races, hang out.
Cool.
The next day we wake up and then go to the Dino Day. Maybe having some tacos out there. I haven't talked to them yet, but regardless, we're gonna go out there and support. Maybe take some of the cars out there as well. And yeah, we're excited. It's gonna be a good year. So that's the plan. So make sure to I'm gonna be posting the link for the Dino Day as well on our page, on DTP Raceway's page. So you guys can go check it out. They're really cool guys out there, and I went a couple years back. And it was pretty fun. So it's gonna do it again.
Yeah, we're really excited. We've got some great sponsors that we're looking to talk to, and Steven at 509 Performance. He's a really good guy. He's worked with us in the past. We're excited to work with him in the future. We've got some great ideas as far as helping out some of our younger drivers that are having trouble being able to afford to race and whatnot. We've got some other sponsors that we're looking to talk to and stuff too. So it should be a really good, really fun time. Like I said, the whole plan this year is to have fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's a bonus. We almost didn't get it, so
I was pretty happy when I heard it was gonna happen. I was like,
it's happening.
Because the whole time we were like, is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen?
Yeah, we're here.
It's happening.
And we're still having 2 big nitro races too.
Yeah,
I know some people enjoy that. A lot of people.
Jet cars, all the deal.
The 10-5 cars.
That's my goal to go one of those this year.
Oh man,
come to the late one this year, the August one.
Yeah,
we'll have fun.
Like even the nitro cars, when they're going down through and you're just so close to them like that, and the noise is like, it's different than any other way.
Oh yeah, the jet cars.
Awesome to have that sound down in that canyon.
Oh
yeah.
Sometimes with our schedule, our race schedule, we have I think 11 events this year, counting the ATV wars.
Yep.
And then just regular family stuff on the weekends or trips.
It's hard to make it.
It's just
I get it.
Well, if you can,
especially with kids.
As soon as March 21st, pretty much our lives are gonna be on hold for I don't know how many weeks.
I know.
Because every weekend something going on. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
right now it's good, calm. Get to stay home with the family.
And then I got soccer with Oscar.
Yeah, so it's still getting busy, but definitely gonna make more time to go and support the track as well myself.
You need to see one of those. Everybody needs to see one of the big nitro
we got our
shows.
car. We'll hopefully have our car ready to race.
The
we'll
Firebird?
take it out to the Centunda Day.
Yeah, this year would definitely be out. We've been kind of slacking. We've been kind of pushing it back, but we have to get it out this year.
Yeah,
so.
we gotta pick out our car this year.
Cool.
We'll still do some racing again. We haven't raced in 3 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, that's
You still have that car we told
The
over
Trans
your
Am?
house?
No.
Yeah.
The Trans Am,
Is that what you're bringing in?
Yeah.
What's your Trans Am? Tell us about it.
I know when I drove it last time, I went at 10-1.
10-0. I thought it was 10-0.
10s.
Yeah, it was 10-0.
What year's the Trans Am?
She remembers everything.
The one in
You
Europe?
probably know more about it than me. See, we always rode with a bunch of Hondas, so we got this car, and the one model that I had, I was like, I don't know, man, it has 800 horsepower, I know that. But, we haven't really had much time to race it.
As a Pro Charger,
I love Firebird.
Yeah,
it's
a
awesome.
good looking
I got a
one.
Firebird too.
Yeah, it's
I'm not all for
the
it.
whole front, and I mean, it's good looking.
Cool.
It's
I went
fast.
10-1. It was the first time I ever raced it. I mean, from driving front-wheel drive to a rear-wheel drive. First time ever driving a rear-wheel drive with that much power. So when I launched and I was just like,
Woke you up.
what happened?
Yeah,
I
yes.
looked. My 60 foot was like a 1.8 or something. So it's got 9s in it.
Oh yeah.
So
Awesome.
Story of our Corvette. It got 9s in it. If you can make it.
So
Next time.
for those that haven't seen us race a whole lot, I'm the one that raced the least amount of it. He does a lot more of the racing stuff.
I don't remember anymore, man. It's been 3 years. I'm
I
really
know,
rusty.
So we
like
always
bike.
own a car together, because we always do this together. So we have always owned a car together. We had a little Honda Civic hatchback.
I love that car.
That was 650 horses to the wheels.
Yeah.
Wow.
Front wheel drive. It was fun to drive. I felt like I was driving like a freaking NASA airship or something. You have to do so many things to keep it on track. And then finally, in third year, the boost kicks in, and then it pushes you back, and then you're like, I'm on the game, right? That's where you catch all those Fords and you. It's all about top end for four-wheel drives, right? And it was bad. And then after that, we sold that one.
We got a Nova from a Jefe.
That Nova was a little scary. I mean, especially for us that we never done it. So you get in it and you turn it on and the whole thing starts shaking, right? Wow, I'm just shaking everywhere. I'm like, okay, we'll deal with it. And then you start driving and you get on it, and then the road kind of disappears a little bit. I mean, you go to this and oh, where is it at, right? So
It's real easy to steer.
Oh, it was horrible. I don't think I ever made a full pass on a quarter mile lane. I let go on it because, and then I told him, I said, you know what? You be the driver. So I give him the keys, and then he's like, okay. And I think after a few passes, he passed it on to somebody else. You be the driver. But yeah, that car. Great car, just not our cup of tea. So we ended up selling it, and that's when we got a Trans Am. And the Trans Am, it was like a Cadillac. I mean, you do the burnout, you put it on drive. It's still a T56.
That's sweet.
Put it on drive. You listen to some tunes. It was pro charger. You don't have to mess with anything. You have to watch just the air fuel measure. And that's it. I mean, make sure you don't blow it out. But other than that, I mean, that thing you just get up and going, and it was fun. Yeah. So that's why we still have. We always have one together.
It's been garage this whole time. We take the detailer VIP Auto Salon out there, one of our sponsors, and always keeping our cars clean.
Taking care of our cars.
He does a great job. Super nice. And he goes details it once in a while, so cars super nice and clean there in the garage. So it just needs to come out this year.
It needs to come and expand the wings. So
we need to make some time.
Somebody needs to call you guys out on a grudge.
Well, you know what? We'll take it. We'd love to beat on a Ford or something like that.
I know we kind of have something that's right up there with it. You're actually faster.
If we're faster, even better. But anyway, so I'm going to ask you guys some questions that people have asked before. So who owns the track? Who's the owner of the track?
The county of Spokane. Spokane County actually owns the property. They lease it. Craig leased it for 8 years. I guess it was an 8-year contract, I think.
Who had it before that?
Well, the county's owned it ever since Orville Moe originally built that whole complex, and he owned the property outright. Well, maybe some investors. And then the county's owned it since I don't know what year they bought it in. They had to step in. There was a bunch of lawsuits and a bunch of, I don't know exactly all the details. It's an old story. Everybody knows it, I think. But the county, the county bought it from him. That had to be in what, maybe the 90s? I'm thinking
I think
around
it was
the
the
90s.
O's.
Maybe the O's, yeah.
Okay.
It's possible. And the county's owned it since then, and it's been leased. It was leased to first, I believe, after Moe was that Bucky.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Yeah.
And
Bucky,
then
Charlie Allen.
Yeah, and then there was a conglomerate that came in after that before Craig got a hold of the lease, and then
Greg got it for a few years.
Yeah, 8 years,
8
I
years,
think,
yeah.
and then now this year. This year is just a 1-year lease for him. He was retired. His lease was expired. He just wanted to retire. The county couldn't get someone else in there in time, get all the approvals, and get someone in there. They kind of made a deal. The county, Spokane County's been really good to us because they could have just said no. We don't want to deal with it. Yeah. But they wanted another season this year.
They heard us.
We talked to them.
Yeah, there was the signatures and everything going around.
And
yeah, I mean, it was like a roller coaster all winter, you know?
It was.
But you know how government is. I mean, things move slow. But they've stuck with us. Don't be bad-mouthing the county because they stuck with us to have a place for us to race. And they're very supportive of the racing community. So anyway, they asked Craig if he could do just one more year because they weren't going to be able to get anyone else in there. Craig stepped up, which he didn't have to do. He could have just said, no, I'm done. But because everybody loves it. I mean, there's so many people so passionate about that place. So he's got the lease for this year, and county's working on maybe some other things for the future. We don't know for sure exactly what's going on.
Nothing confirmed, and I'm not trying to put you guys in the spotlight, even though I am. We're live, so watch what you say. Right? No pressure. But we even heard some kind of car company coming in or something. That's pretty.
Which is like, right? Rumors. You hear rumors.
So have you guys heard that? I mean, what do you guys know about it?
Well, yeah, we've heard a ton of rumors, and we don't really know any of the details. That's all county business. Mm-hmm. But an electric car company has been in talks with the county about setting up a business in Airway Heights. That we know because we've seen the paperwork on that. There has been talks. There's been some proposals, but nothing is finalized on that. As far as the track being part of that, it was offered as possibly an extra perk, but it's not. We don't really know for sure. It could happen. It might not happen. There has definitely been some talks, but it's mostly a rumor. Yeah. I mean, we have not heard anything definite in that area right now. So.
And even if they get it, our hope is we'd still get it as a public track. Maybe if they had it, they'd have it for testing or something. Right. That's one thing we heard. So.
Right, that is one thing we heard.
It's a great facility. It would be a shame to let it go
to
waste.
It would,
absolutely.
For all
That's why we all dedicate so much of our time and efforts to keep the place alive.
Because a lot of people don't know that. People think, they're probably getting paid. No. So all you guys know, they're volunteering out of their time, and to give you guys a place to race, so you gotta be really thankful.
And it's a major expense to all of us just to do what we do, I mean, like you said, we're not paid, I mean, you got to look at travel time and fuel that it costs to get to and from the track and
meetings
meetings and stuff and
but we were all trying to figure it out before Craig got approached. We all me and Dave started off trying to figure out how we were going to tell it to his wife and Randy and Frank. You know, because both of us just didn't want to give up. Yeah. So, and then we were approaching Craig at the same time. And I mean, I'm a believer, so I think it was all of everybody's positive energy and prayers and everything working together. And we got another chance.
And the support has been great. I mean, we have talked about a few people that have, and I'm not singling anybody out, but there's been some track bashing. But overall, the support has been so good from everyone.
And negativity is always going to be anywhere. Yeah, whatever you do in live and anything you do, there's always going to be somebody that's going to be like, has a different opinion of it. Just move out of the way. So just take care of the people that
and that's, I mean, he said it right. There's always going to be good and bad, and you got to take it for what it is.
Yep.
I mean, some people are not going to like it. They're going to complain about it. They're going to do that. There's nothing you can do. It's their right. It's their opinion. And
we deal with some of the stuff over the last 15 years.
That's what you have. There's nothing you can do. Sometimes you're not going to, change people's mind. We have lost customers. We have lost people because they think they're right. But on a big picture, you got to do what's best for the business and for the rest of the people. So, we encountered this before where we have told people, said, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, but no thank you. And it is part of the business.
Right.
At the end of the day, it is a business. I know you guys do it for the love of the racing part, but guess what? If the bills don't get paid, they're going to close no matter what.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what we have to explain to a lot of people that everybody wants to race as inexpensively as possible. But racing is a luxury item. It's a luxury sport that we don't have to do, but we do it because we love it.
Yes.
And if we love it, we find the means to make that happen. And if we can help people out however we can, we listen to everybody's concerns and comments, and we try to do whatever we can to make it work for everybody. But we can't promise the world. We have 100 million different ideas or comments or whatever, but we can only support what we can support. And like Oscar said, at the end of the day, the bills have to get paid.
Yep.
And that's a large facility. It takes a lot of money to keep that place going from month to month. The bills are astronomical.
Talking about that, what kind of shape is the racetrack on? I know what I've seen. It seems in pretty good shape, but I know you guys probably know it in and out. The racetrack, the stands. How's the whole facility? I've been there.
Oh man.
The facility, in my opinion, the drag strip and the road course. The road course racers have really stepped up to do a lot of work on the track. It's really come a long way.
The road course thing I see.
Oh yeah,
it is.
They've
getting bigger every year.
Yeah,
too.
they've done a fantastic job of modifying and maintaining and at their own expense. They pull their people together and they do whatever they can to make the road course an awesome place. We've dedicated a lot of time into the drag strip. I know Craig Smith's put a lot of money into the drag strip to make it a nicer facility than it was when he took over. The oval track, we were just there this morning looking at the grandstands, and they need a lot of work. That's our biggest point of contention that we have at the facility is the grandstands in the oval, because as it sits right now, it's not safe to put spectators in it.
Was the oval open the last couple of years?
It was partially last year when he got into 3 races before they.
I don't remember. Back then, there used to be a race when we used to go. There'd be racing over here, and they used to be racing over there.
We were hoping to do that this year, but it just didn't pan out.
We've got some really good people that we met with this morning, and some concrete people and some oval track racers, and and we've actually been talking to Matt at State Line Speedway to try to work with State Line Speedway, so we're not looked at as competitors, but we prefer to complement each other, and rather than trying to throw together a half a season or a lame season or anything this year, we're focusing on trying to improve the oval and make it to where next year we should be able to open it for a full season, and with the schedule that works with State Line and stuff like that, and with all the other Wenatchee and all the other circle tracks.
And a lot of people, I know this is more of a drag race, but a lot of people don't, they see the ovals there. Why aren't we using it? The thing is, the stands, it's not like they're going to implode or anything, but the concrete is chipping away so bad that the insurance company won't insure to have people in there because you could slip on it, crack your head open.
The reason I brought it up is not to open a can of worms, but we were over a facility, remember a couple years ago? But the facility wasn't such a die-hard of being revamped that it will take tons of money.
No.
So, which kind of ties in with what you guys are doing. Facilities are maintained on an everyday basis, on a season after season. If this track was to close down for a year or two, the damage that will track will suffer. It will be major. Yeah. So that's why I'm bringing this up, because
Oscar's exactly right.
You gotta keep it open to maintain it. Because we would look at one track, and actually we thought about it for 2 minutes until we looked at it, and the amount of money that you have to put into some of these places that have been closed for 2 or 3 years. It's just astronomical. I mean, when we looked at it, it had to be everything had to be redone.
He's exactly right. That's why this season was so important to not let it shut down, because the repairs it takes, even for one down season, it's hard. So the county allowing us to do this, Craig stepping in, us being there. Well, I mean, it was really good for everyone.
Another thing too is that that shows us the importance of, even though Craig's on a year by year lease. I mean, we don't know what the future holds. Yeah. But the thing is we've got problems we need to address, and if we don't address it now, it's going to become a bigger problem in the future.
Right. And more problems.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we're getting the right people involved and stuff, and we're working with the right people to try to come to a solution with that. Right now the oval, we're entertaining non-spectator events. We have the Rusty Wallace driving experience that'll be on the oval in August. I think it's August. Yeah. It's going to be a really cool thing to do. I mean, if you want to drive a real oval track car and you've never done so before,
it's fun.
There's only so many spots available. Yeah. We've entertained a few other ideas, and we're open to opinions and ideas too. For the oval. It's.
Other than the oval, the rest of the facility is pretty primo. I still say it's world class. I mean,
the bathrooms are super nice.
Yeah,
really nice.
The track is nice. I mean, it's sweet.
You say that because in Raceway we had no bathrooms.
Yeah. So any bathroom would have been good.
Any bathroom is good,
and you can drink the water.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You can't drink the water. You can't drink the water at Renegade.
Oh, okay. I'm telling from the bathroom or the bathroom.
You can drink the toilet water.
No, don't be doing that. We don't recommend.
Regardless of where I go, I'll just keep bottled water. I'm good.
There you go.
Yeah, I totally want to drink it anywhere. But no, that's great. I mean, we appreciate you guys making the trip over here to beautiful Moses Lake.
Yeah,
thanks for having us down.
Great lake. If you guys were ever on a vacation, Moses Lake is. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say that about the track too. If you come up and run Saturday, you can camp overnight.
Yeah.
So I mean, you don't got to just get out of there.
Yeah, we stay there before.
Barbecue
we
burgers,
trailer,
whatever.
Camped out, take our grill, make some carne asada,
exactly.
And it goes back. So if you don't want to stay at the track because the family doesn't want to, there's a casino like half a mile from there.
Oh, not even. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's world class resort too.
And that's what I did.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's the other part. I like it so much, right? Because the wife goes with me to most of the places, and she's great about that. But she can only put up with so much. And that was a perfect balance. Hey, I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
Out. All right.
Bring your wife. They have a spa. My wife and daughter have been there. They love it. They got shows. They got restaurants. It's cool.
It's really nice.
And they're good friends of ours. Northern Quest. They're a great supporter of the draft.
Once in a while, they'll have discounts for racers as well.
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah, they're actually. If you mention Spokane County Raceway when you check in, there are discounts available.
Yeah, there's an event happening, and then you go.
At Northern Quest.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Really nice place.
And it's fun for the family. You don't have to just gamble.
Pretty good
There's other
food,
stuff. Yeah, really good food.
Drinks, really good.
Oh man, yeah.
I go there for the cigar bar.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a cigar
fun.
bar. Really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna check that out.
Every time I go there, we always go there.
All right.
Go and smoke a couple cigars, drink a few beers or drinks, and
cool.
Yeah. And if you want a seafood buffet, oh man, we my wife and I went with a few friends, the Nomies and the Jennings, to their seafood buffet at the casino, and wow, I tell you what, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's pretty good place to go.
Oh yeah,
one of my favorite places to go when we go out there. So hopefully, we plan on being out there that day. So taking the car, hopefully, car to Oscar. So we gotta put that on the bucket list, get the car ready to go, and be out there the 25th. And then Sunday we'll be out there with the 509 Dyno guys as well, for sure. So that is the plan.
Yep.
You gonna take your car to the dyno?
We have it out there right now. Just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And we're here to support you guys too. We're looking forward to coming to Race Wars and Renegade. Derek's a great friend of ours. we work well together, and so it'll be a fun event that you guys are putting on over there and stuff, and we'll be there to hang out and
we love the stuff you guys do. I mean, I
absolutely.
love watching your stuff online, and the times you guys have been to Spokane County, great people. I mean, I can't say enough about the people that come out, and you guys all had fun and no problems, and it was just cool to have you guys there. You're welcome.
Pretty mellow.
You're welcome anytime.
Wherever we go, pretty mellow. Yeah. Always food around. That's part of our thing.
Everybody knows where we go out there. Hey, we do have to pay the bills, but guess what? We do it because we like it.
Yeah.
And that's why people didn't do it.
And that's why we keep been doing it. For so many years. And I just so I'm just gonna keep doing it as long as we can.
Cool.
You see a lot of people that go and do it for the money or do it for the wrong reasons. And
1 year,
they're
2
not
years.
around.
Yeah, they don't make it. They don't.
No money,
We've been in some great years where you guys supported and did great things, and we enjoy them. We even have had a few years where it was not a fun place to be, not a year for a promoter, but we stuck with it. We modeled through it.
Yeah, good years and bad years.
But we keep doing it because we like it. That's the bottom line.
Being out there with all the cars, all the people.
How can you not love it?
I know, and even
ever.
like the first West Coast shootouts or the one over at Midwest shootout, it's like you guys are like, well, the first one you never really know what to expect, but we just keep building from there.
Yeah. It was a good experience out there in Tulsa.
Somebody hasn't heard about the Midwest Coast shootout. When was that? 2 years ago?
17.
We went to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, we were there. The
we
Weavers
were there.
Yeah, went to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's a
and
really
we
nice
an
cars
event
out there.
together.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
cars.
So for somebody who never heard that, that's what we did.
Well,
So.
we done it. We tried it. Been to California a few times.
We've been in Cali. Yeah.
Race in Bakersfield.
And probably every event gets bigger and bigger every year, right?
Yep. Yeah. Last event was good.
Yeah, last event was Fontana. We do anything this year's gonna be there out there in Irwindale. It's maybe towards the end of the year.
I wouldn't mind doing one in Sacramento.
Yeah, Sacramento would be a pretty good place to do one too as
I've
well.
never been there.
Yeah, but we're working. We have our schedule set, but there's always space to throw a new event there or something.
So if you guys go to our pages, you guys see the full schedule, and those are pretty much lock and loaded, right? Especially with the racetracks. Racetracks have to lock and load it in a year in advance. So we're done. As far as that goes, could we add more events? That's always a chance. We're always looking around. I mean, we will do something in Seattle, some kind of show. Portland area, some kind of show. So we're always looking for stuff like that. But what we have in there, we have 10, 11 events. Those are lock and loaded.
Yeah, we got we got 4 ATV awards this year because it was pretty popular last year. We did it.
Yeah,
and that's something that's going to be growing as well. Seems like everybody's buying Can-Ams and racers nowadays.
Did I hear Trucks get a run in that too?
Yeah, Trucks too. Yeah. And Jefe was running his Raptor out there.
Yep.
He was running his Raptor the other day. He was trying out. He's gonna make the track. He's gonna redesign, so we're gonna have a new kind of road course, you could say.
No dirt bikes though, huh?
Yeah, dirt bikes.
Two-wheelers? Two-wheel dirt bikes? Good? Okay, cool.
Can move on dirt.
I might have to come down and...
Can people have ride-alongs?
Yeah, it goes with the helmets and everything. The racers, some are 4 passengers. They have their helmet on. And
Sweet.
I even got in there too.
Cool.
We had a mud pit. Nobody wanted to get in it, so I ended up getting in there to hook the damn truck out of the
Oh, so you got the bad job.
Wasn't Eddie there?
No, Eddie was not there. It was just me and Chuy, and obviously Chuy's not gonna get it. So guess what? I got in it. I almost lost a tennis shoe there, but
yeah, it was pretty fun. We had the mud pit. It was pretty big. We have some trucks couldn't make it through. Then towards the end, somebody did.
Well, we got lots of people hopefully watching that can do that. Where we go for that? It's
okay,
south,
so it's gonna
right?
be in Canal, Washington, at SM Raceway. It's right off 395. So Canal's in the Coyote Ridge is on one side. Right across from 395, we're on the other side. That's where you'll find us. So March 21st is the first event. We're gonna be putting the flyer here in a little bit, so you guys can check out the information.
Cool.
Any questions, you guys can send us a message through Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. We're all over the place. We have 20 pages. You can reach us in a bunch of ways. If we don't get back to you right away, just be patient. We'll get back to you. We gotta check all those pages, but it's gonna be fun. We got those events. We got the car show, the 28th and the Kennewick.
So anybody that wants to go to the car show on Kennewick, that's our biggest show. I mean, by far. Last year we had to shut it down, so be there early. Give us some time. Be a little patient with us. But last year it was crazy. I mean, we had thousands of people showing up.
Yeah, it was a lot of
people were parking.
Wow. I
mean, in the other side of the park, the Kennewick Park is huge. So that's not bad. That's great because the more people you have, the more car, the better environment.
Weather
you have.
was perfect. I mean, the weather could have been
Weather was
nicer.
great. We got food on site. We had DJ. So if you're planning to come over again, or events are 100% family friendly. So if you guys want to come over, that's what you'll find. So don't be concerned bringing the kiddos, the wives, and stuff like that, or the wife bringing in the husband. I mean, we're pretty family friendly. But that was a big car show. I mean, it was probably the biggest in the record of Tri-Cities or something like that. Wouldn't you
Yeah,
say?
it was pretty big for sure.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's
That's
one of
cool.
those. But we need to find that.
Yeah.
But it was big for sure. And then we got those truck events now too. Truck wars. I know you guys heard about those.
Yep.
Those are pretty popular right now as well too. There's
That's a different breed all by
yeah,
itself.
truck show, live music, burnout pit, and it's just people love it.
Yeah.
So
They
that one's
enjoy
gonna be
themselves.
May 19, but if I'm not wrong, that's what's gonna be in Yakima Speedway. And we also have Michelada Wars on June, which is gonna be like a festival as well. If you like micheladas, some
Cool.
drinks and live music,
So
lots of food.
We're gonna have tacos, micheladas, so you guys can try it out different ones. Both what's the best. We'll have live music, obviously cars.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
that's one
But
we're looking
as
for.
the year goes by, we're gonna be posting the other events that we have. But for now, we have ATV was the 21st. We got the car show the 28th on March. Then we got West Coast Shootout April 4th, and then we got Race Wars and Renegade Raceway April 18 and 19.
Yep.
So make sure to say those.
You
And we'll
guys
see you guys at Spokane the 25th as well. So
busy.
Yeah.
busy
I mean,
schedule.
busy.
Once it
Yeah.
gets going,
Oh,
once
yeah,
it gets
just
going, it
never
gets
stop.
going.
Yep.
Yeah, once you get to lose it, I mean, it's hard to catch it, so you have to
Yep.
hang on.
Gotcha.
So,
So
anything else you guys want to add before we close this up, guys?
I just want to say that what you were talking about earlier, your experience when you guys were younger, that's what we all did when we were younger out there too, and that's what we want to bring back. Come out, hang out.
Yeah.
We're gonna have car shows, barbecues. We're gonna have special places for car shows, highlight some car clubs, whatever. Hoping to maybe get in kind of a little cruising atmosphere out there, maybe too. So, a lot of fun stuff. We just want to have fun. Want to see the car people.
Yeah.
You're
That's the
all
thing.
our family, man.
And if
Nice
you
to
have
be-
a car club from, like, say, down here, Moses Lake, Yakima, Tri-Cities, get a hold of us. We'll highlight you,
Yeah.
let your
We'll have a lot
crowd
of
be
Yeah.
set over the...
Yeah, make sure
that's pretty
to
good.
message them. You can find you guys on social media. Or
Yep.
Facebook, yeah.
Email.
Facebook. You can go to the Spokane County Raceway Facebook.
Yeah.
and
Or
You can-
the
you can
track
see us-
website.
yeah, the
track
Our
website.
contact information
our
is all
emails
over
are there.
Yeah.
Message is best for most of us, I think.
Yeah.
But you can get a hold of us.
Yeah.
Angie,
Yes.
Angie knows everybody, so you can get a hold of Angie.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
SpokaneCountyRaceway.com
Yep.
is our email address, and the way I look at it, it's, I think I said it earlier. Our goal for this year, 2020, is let's have fun.
Yep.
Let's make it worth it. We don't know the future, but let's have fun. Let's support the track. Let's do everything we can to make this the best year ever at Spokane
Yes.
County Raceway.
That's the way
For
to do it,
everyone. Yep.
And I know a lot of people out there have been pretty excited about it, a lot of locals,
Cool.
I see Miki all excited out there posting like, I can't wait, and stuff, and go see.
Right on.
And if you guys, if you want to go, even if you don't race, you gotta go check out his car race. His car's pretty fast. Chilanova's a pretty fast car. You get there out there, big old engine.
No comparison
I
to
mean,
Mickey,
you can
but yeah.
see him when you drive. It doesn't get in your way.
Oh yeah.
Telling his secrets.
You don't have to see to drive it.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about that. I was like, how can you even see that?
Side note,
Because he's in there, like, barely over to see over the wheel.
Side note, when he's coming back to the pits, do not get in front of him.
Yeah.
Just an FYI. He's not going to see you, so let him go by. Randy's coming over, let him go by.
So yeah, make sure, like I said, make sure to go out and support April 25th. They're gonna be at Destin 2 in the chassis, third, and a bunch of other things. So make sure to be there. We're planning to be there. So come out. It's gonna be fun, and then also go check out their schedule. You guys have already posted their schedule on the page
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
So you guys, if you can make that one, you can probably make the next one. But make sure to come and support, because like I said, if you close down a local track, that you don't know till you, how they say, you don't know what you have till
it's gone.
Till it's gone.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Race Wars over there in Royal City. People didn't go complain. And when it was going, I wish it could come back. Well, it's too late. You should have gone when you had it.
Yep.
Same thing with this. You have it right now. Go and support it, because that's the way it goes. So
If Omar were to see, who would be Joel or something like that? That's what
YOLO,
Omar says.
so thank you again to our sponsors for the show, Futbolera out of Wenatchee, Washington. Make sure to hit them up for all your soccer needs. We need to do some soccer, Oscar. We need to get out there and do some exercise this spring.
I think I'm going to volunteer for coaching the team.
And then Supermax out of Pasco, where you can get all your groceries, your good food, and beer, and some good tequila all the way from Mexico. So thank you guys for watching Seat Time with Chuy and Oscar. And
Thank
we
you.
got Franco here, Randy, Dave, and Angie, and Oscar
Frank.
out there. So, yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. That's a wrap for us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
Thank
watching.
you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. We'll see you out
See you at
there.
the races.